if I told you that your child's fears of playing soccer isn't just holding them back on the field? It's holding them back in life, in school. And every time they freeze or hesitate, it's not just a missed goal or lost game, it's another step into self-doubt. But here's the crazy part. That fear isn't just a phase. If we leave it alone, it can turn into a mindset that affects their confidence. Their willingness to chase big dreams are affected by this one thing, the confidence. Seeing the warning sign yet? It's time to wake up, because your child deserves more than sitting on the sidelines. But first, let me introduce myself. Just for context, my name is Valentino Di Lorenzo, former semi-professional player, played in Italy and the US, team captain of multiple teams, and founder of Di Lorenzo Soccer Mindset. We already helped 600 players as of today, going from nervous to fearless. Today, I'll give you 3 simple steps that any parent and any player can run to play calm under pressure. If you want this built for your child specifically, I have a link here in the description so we can work one-on-one with your child and see if we can actually help them transform. Why does your child want to play? Because it's fun. But when fear takes over, growth disappears. So the kids slide into survival mode and they play avoiding making mistakes. They stop taking small risks, or they turn the joy into anxiety. And anxiety is not fun to play. And it shows up in school, with friends, and even at home. One day, the good news is that fear is normal and it's beatable with a clear routine and a clear process. So what we recommend is using breathing techniques and visualization in our program, and also using the action steps, right? So the being aggressive on the tackles, being aggressive on the ball, taking risks, and not worrying about making mistakes. So whenever they make a mistake, they can easily take a deep breath, they can easily click their finger, do like Ronaldo does like that, and then they focus on the next play. You want to breathe in really deeply, and then you visualize the next play. It's called the mental reset. You reset mentally after a mistake, after a missed goal, and you move on quickly on the next play, because that's what matters the most. The professional players that you follow, they all make mistakes. The difference is that they move on quickly from the mistakes. And you as a parent, what you can say, whatever the cue they use, if they do this to reset, or if they do this to reset, if they do this to reset, whatever the cue they do, practice with them using the cue so they can have something to fall off when they make mistakes. Also, when you make mistakes, you want to always keep your posture up, not shoulders down, and then keep it mentally repeating next play, foot up, next play. Also, always want to use positive self-talk. Be calm, it's okay, it's all good, next play. So after you make a mistake especially, it's very easy to just fall back into the playing safe and not taking risks, passing the ball backwards. Instead, you want to, in the next play, like reset like nothing happened and make a play, do something to make it back. And you can use the shark mentality, basically that once you get the ball, you take a 1v1, you take a pass forward, you take a shot that you missed before. It doesn't matter if you miss, the game does not remember that you missed, only you do. But a real story, Diego, we installed this box breathing routine, we installed the mentalities like we do with every kid, and he went from beating himself up after mistakes and being so scared to take the next steps. After a few weeks, we basically, once he practiced those mentalities for like 3 practices the first week, 3 practices the next week, he really got it and he understood that mistakes are normal. So he was able to move on quickly, he was able to play more aggressively, he was able to speak up more on the field, and the result, it was incredible. He scored multiple goals, he took many players 1v1. The parents were confused on how quickly he was able to change just in a few weeks. And this is what happens when you actually learn the right mentalities, you have the right guidance and the right mentorship, rather than guessing it and go to the cheap solution. Like most parents compare our transformational program, which is a transformational change of personality and mentality, to a private session or a session with a sports psychologist, which will ask your child, so how do you feel today? How did you feel when you make that mistake? Which is good to analyze the feelings, but they don't have a clear structure, they don't have a clear mentalities, they don't have a clear process that have, in our case, has transformed over 600 players today. Because we have a structured program process that works from day 1 to day 90, and at the end, they are a completely different player. Because it's a structured program, any coach that we have right now 7 coaches, every coach we assign, it doesn't matter because they're all trained with the Di Lorenzo Soccer Mindset process. It's not one particular coach that is getting most of the results, the other one are not getting results. Every coach, because they follow the curriculum, they follow their steps, they're able to see the results. At the beginning, I was doing the session all by myself. Now I don't do any sessions, and the result have even improved, because what matters is having accountability, having a clear process, having a clear system, and having coaches with experience to apply that system. This is why we're getting predictably to get results week in and week out, and we have over 600 testimonials. Like, we collect 5 to 6 every single month. But yeah, picture this: your son, daughter, right now, they're playing in fear, they don't ask for the ball, they're shy, at the first mistake they shut down. What happened in a few weeks by joining our program, they're gonna see a completely different player. Even the coaches are gonna realize, you are going to be able to realize, just like Diego, just like Marco, just like Aaron, just like Sydney, just like all the players that you've seen on my page. If you scroll, you see every other post is a testimonial. If you go on my website, I have hundreds of testimonials there. I wish I could add them more. I could add all of them, but they don't fit into the website. It would be like a 60-page website. So the point is that we do have a guarantee. If your child does everything and you don't see any improvement, any result, we're going to continue coaching them, which typically happens if the kid does not do the work. But whenever they do the work, they're going to see the results. So you can do it alone. You can watch all of my videos. I'm sure some of them, they buy the mini course, $27. I have a link here in the description. They can already see results, or even by watching the videos. But if you want a step-by-step guide, you want a mentor, you want these results guaranteed, right? Then I have a link here in the description. You can book a call, and then our admission specialist will speak and see if your child is a good fit. If your child is not going to be a good fit, they're not going to invite you in the academy, because we only want to work with people that we know for sure we can help, and that also they're willing to invest in our mentorship program. So I'll see you in the next video.